I'm honored and delighted to participate and have been asked to deliver a speech at the official launch of the 7th edition of the Manurava Journal. This gathering today is special, as it is not just a mere publication launch, but the emergence of a unique platform that amplifies diverse legal voices and bridges scholarship, practice, and advocacy. Manurava Law Journal distinguishes itself by fostering real-time debate on human and fundamental rights through the production of insightful text offering perspective seldom found in other fields. Mankind said to be born with human rights, which they retain until they die. Human rights are entitlement of each individual to the fundamental rights for their survival on this planet, regardless of who they are, where they come from, or how they want to live. And I'm deeply touched, and I think it's an amazing, timely approach, as Honorable Principal said. There's a marginalized society out there whose voices go unheard. And you mentioned two of them, the Natamis and the sex worker. Now, a project to protect and enhance their rights as human beings is a very timely and a human approach. And as he called you, the gladiators and the warriors, I think that's a good move. I encourage you to do that. So and whatever the support you need from us as a ministry, we are willing to assist. Occurrence of human rights and fundamental rights breaches are commonly hidden with a lot of causes. It could be famine, it could be massacres, sexual violence, and even enslavement. Maybe some of those grounds are not common here, but that's how globally it takes place. And have been identified to result from policy decisions that restrict freedom and participation and obstruct the equitable distribution of resources and opportunity, mainly because of poverty, conflict, and climate change. Hence the question today, how can we respect human rights and fundamental rights and embed these rights in the heart of our actions? Any attempt should be made to ensure that human rights and fundamental rights are not treated as ideologies which can be controlled and marginalized. We shall find ways to restore, promote, and protect human rights and fundamental rights to implement the rule of law in every institution for the well-being of our society. Journals of this nature are an effective means that could be utilized to achieve the above expectation and are instrumental in generating new thoughts and dialogues. Manurava Law Journal uniquely brings together emerging and established thinkers, often referred to as a starting point for innovative legal reasoning that shapes the future and the legal field. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the authors who have successfully presented essays on chosen themes, enriching the journal and reflecting the broad range of perspectives within the human rights and fundamental rights sphere. I hope this journal becomes a treasure resource, sparking ideas that will influence legal practice and policy. May it serve as a beacon of legal excellence and intellectual rigor for years to come. However, one last message, because as I was telling the principal, sir, this is the first time I've been here. I'm honored. As you know that I haven't had the opportunity of being in the law college because I became a lawyer elsewhere. So when I walked in here, I think it's an amazing place, and I feel compelled to give out one message for all us lawyers and students. Protecting the rule of law is not the job of the government or courthouses or one institution. Protecting the rule of law is the job of every citizen. And some who does not understand the concept ask us, what is the rule of law? What is it for? What does it serve? Nitiya kannada, that's the standard line. I would always equate rule of law with oxygen. Well, you don't think about it while it's there. I mean, none of us think about oxygen at least 10 seconds a day because it's there. But the moment it's gone, or when somebody pushes your head down a barrel of water, you understand how important oxygen is. So rule of law is something, while it's there, you won't even notice, but it helps you live. The moment you start choking, it's already too late. So therefore, I think as lawyers and law students and academics in this field, it's a serious duty on our shoulders to protect the rule of law and advance it at all times. As of recent, we understand there's politics, there are cultural changes, shifts, attitudes, those are all permissible. That's how a free society operates. But problem arises if in social media and places like that, they start complimenting a judge for a particular judgment or a stance, or they start criticizing a judge for a particular law or stance, what is going to be the end result? Then the public is going to expect what? We made a demonstration, so judge must write the judgment the way we want. What will happen to the independence of the judiciary? What if government servants are dragged into this debate, either to compliment or to criticize? Either way, it's a serious issue. Because with any government servant, judge, honorable attorney general, they are supposed to be based and work on a set of rules to charge or discharge, to convict or not convict. These are based on rules. It is perfectly all right to criticize politicians and political decisions. But anyone for political gain or any other reason start criticizing the independent members of the judiciary or any other institution, including the Attorney General. So that seems to be a little trend. So that is something we should be mindful of, because I have noticed it's mainly at least lawyers who write this, jolly well knowing the traditions and the best traditions of the bar. It's a different matter. They may be coming to that definitely qualified as lawyers, as we know. So this is a message, sir, I leave in your hands, because I mean, we should not, under any circumstance, do anything or promote any ideology that will violate the rule of law and the independence of the establishment. So I thought I should give that timely message on top of my prepared text. So thank you very much.